Hello, everybody, and today is going to be a bit of Mega Man X. This is going to be a little bit more difficult than I might have expected because I did a little bit of a test, and it turns out that the Legacy Collection here, um, there's a delay that I have to deal with, and it's almost a 0.2 second delay. So I'm gonna have to learn how to adapt. So there's gonna be no way that I'm gonna be able to keep up with my old times that I used to play this game as a child. So this is not going. This might be a little bit fun, but it might not be. And we'll see how it goes. X is the first line of a new generation of robots which contains an innovative new feature, the ability to think, feel, and make their own decisions. However, this ability could be very dangerous if X were to break the first rule of robotics. A robot must never harm a human being. The results could be disastrous, and I fear no force on Earth could stop him. Approximately 30 years will be required before we can safely confirm his reliability. Unfortunately, I will not live to see the day, nor do I have anyone to carry on my work. Therefore, I have decided to seal him in this capsule, which will test his internal systems until his reliability has been confirmed. Please do not disturb the capsule until that time. X poses great risks as well as great possibilities. I can only hope for the best. September 18th, 20XX. Thomas Light. Hello, Alexa. What is this, you may ask? This is Mega Man X. This is a much older game that was released on the Super Nintendo originally, but it has been re-released on modern consoles. The thing is, though, Alexa, that there's a problem with the PS4 release. And there is a 0.2 delay in from the controls to whatever happens on screen. So I have to adapt. It's gonna be difficult. I even turned off all, like most of my notifications as well for this game. But how are you, Alexa? Yep, I can already feel the delay. Oh my god, this is gonna be hard. I decided I'd change it up a little bit. Alright. That's why I'm a little bit closer to the screen today. Oh my god. This is... Oh, what? God, this is so hard. It should not be this hard. Basically, I have to rely on my memory to anticipate what these enemies are going to be doing now. What, if you'd like, I could always back up a little bit. Mega Moon, hello Fox, how are you? Oh god. I hate this. Please do? Sure, why not? Just eating lunch? Oh, wait, you said you were gonna make those yesterday, though. Yeah, you said that you were gonna make those yesterday. Oh, you fell asleep from all the medication? Ah, I gotcha. Alright. Yeah, I did not think the delay was going to be as much Put meds into the burrito. God. Yeah, this delay factor, you wouldn't think that it's that hard, like it would make that much of a difference, but it really does. I can see why people were recommending to play this game using a wired controller. Nope, time to be cheeky. Oh, okay, so it is faster than me. Okay. You'll be AFK? That's quite alright though, Fox. I'm just glad that you're... that the meds don't kick your ass too much. This boss battle as a child completely and utterly confused me. Because here I am going, oh look, there's no... Like, I have a health bar. I've played the other Mega Man games. Why doesn't this boss has a health bar? Turns out, you can't win. You literally have to wait for yourself to get kidnapped. Well, not kidnapped, but captured. You're worthless. You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? Ironically enough, this game got a remaster on the PSP called Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. And it was interesting. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He's designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached your full potential yet. If you use all your abilities you were designed with, you should be able to become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. Wow. Wow, Zero. Pompous much? I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. Yeah, I'll fully admit, even though I like Zero more as a character, early on, he's a bit of an ass. Alright. This is probably, I would say, the easiest level, and it's the one that people are supposed to start with. God. Yep. Ah, come on. Oh my god, I swear I am much better at this game. Do-do-do-do-do. Just running along on the ice. Sure, go. Hey, you try playing a platformer game, Alexa, that has, that almost has a fifth of a second delay. And okay, how about this? I'll make it even harder. I won't use any of the special weapons to, like, to fight enemies or bosses. play League of Legends and your ping is with 400 ping? That does sound a little difficult. So you came. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hoped the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion. I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will increase your powers beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. Okay, Dr. Light. You said that you hidden capsules around. But it's been 30 years. Like, it's been over 30 years since... I shouldn't say 30 years. It's been 100 years since, you know, Mega Man. Like the original Mega Man games. So, how would you know where to hide these things? Yeah, there's like some inconsistencies about the story, especially early on, that really confuse me. Yeah, now I get a ride armor. Yeah, there's only a few places in the game where you can actually use them. And they can be useful. But, eh. Oh well, here we go, going in damaged. Now, the problem is, though, not really a problem, but if I take a hit during this boss battle, I am going to be so disappointed in myself. It's not even going to be funny. Because, I mean, they have very... Well, I haven't taken damage. Oh! And I took damage. Okay. By the way, Alexa, this is not copium. This is just... disappointment. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Wait, where's the sound effects? The explosion sound effect is gone. Because, I mean, Chill Penguin is the... You need more... No, I don't. Chill Penguin is the easiest boss in the game. It's the whole... Like I said, this stage was the one where they recommended you to use them. No, I don't need cope emotes. And if you're wondering, I am attempting to do this without saving. Now, I could follow the pattern, or I could break it and kind of just play around. Because like I said, I'm not going to be using special weapons on the bosses. This is more of a Buster-only run. Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with me? Okay. Maybe there is a little bit of cope here. I'll fully admit to that now, Alexa. Maybe there's a little bit here. That's embarrassing. That was legitimately embarrassing. Take a hit, I'll do a little bit of healing. No, 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 not going to die like this. I actually haven't felt this tense playing Mega Man X in forever. Oh, by the way, you know how Dr. Light there said that the dashing here was going to be something that the world's never seen? Didn't Zero dash into the scene on the first stage? There we go. So yeah, I think he's a little bit behind the times there. You know, thinking about it, I never actually noticed that as a child. He just kinda... He says, like, oh look, it'll be faster than anything. And then Zero. Maybe because as a child I didn't even really comprehend the fact that I've already seen this ability in... Oops. In-game. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of a sequence breaking here. This capsule contains an enhancement for your helmet, which will allow you to break some ceilings with a headbutt. Does that mean that you're gonna allow me to start headbutting people? You know, might be a little nice. Yeah, so now I can break the ceiling that are a little bit discolored with my head. Not much of a boost if you think about it. Now, some real avid Mega Man fans, wow, so useful, yeah. Some avid Mega Man fans might recognize these little enemies down here. These are known as Metors, and they were in the original Mega Man games. They're like one of the very few enemies that that came over from the original NES games. There's only one other enemy in the entire game that is also carried over from the previous games. I wonder if I can still do it. No, I don't think I can. Yeah, there we go. The delay makes it a little hard. Not many people actually know about that hidden little area where you can get a little bit of a boost before a boss battle. The one thing I did like about Mega Man Maverick Hunters X is they actually have dialogue between the bosses and X. Yeah, if you don't have the dash, this boss battle is basically unbeatable. Okay, the sound effects just... Okay, they're back. Yeah, the sound effects keep disappearing. Way too easy. Okay, well, you think that this helmet is quote-unquote useful, Alexa? You should see the most useless helmet, which was in the second game. All it did was point out, hey, look, there might be a secret in this area or this area. That's it. At least this one has a function. Oh, why not? No. The one thing, even though this was an early game that I liked, was depending on the order of the bosses you defeated, it changes the level. Like, this area is a smelting plant. It's a waste disposal unit. And the floor is now cooled magma. Like, the magma is cooled into volcanic rock. Beforehand? No, if you touch that, you'd lose, like, half of your life. So even back in the SNES days, they still actually... Oh god, this... Oh no. This... Well, I screwed that up. The delay screwed... This delay killed me here. I can't get that now. So much for not having to go back to a level. I'm gonna have to come back here now. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be playing any more of these games with a wireless controller. Yeah, I mean, this is hurting my soul. I can't even get that. There we go. Hello, Phantom. How are you today? I am experiencing pain. You know what? I am going to... I'm not gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna leave that there. Just kill me. Hurry up and just kill me. I'm still on the hype. Come on, just quickly kill me. I'm not coming back to this level. You're still riding the high from the hype from Furies? Nice. Yeah, Phantom, I am engaging a little bit of nostalgia today. Problem is that I can't enjoy myself because of the stupid delay that a wireless controller has for the PS4. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh no. He was surprised as hell. I'm starting to get a little upsetty. Just a little bit. And I don't normally get salty. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh. Calming down, okay. So I see the arc. Are you kidding me? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! No! No! Getting a little mad. Come on, game. You can do better than this. Oh. What do you mean? Yes. Getting just a tad bit upset. Alright. Just need to calm down a little bit. But yeah, how are you though, other than still riding the hype? Dude, were you able to get any sleep? Because the last time we talked, it was like 4... Didn't you say it was like just after like 3 or 4 a.m.? Oh, you slept? That's good. Come on. Come on, come on, I'm up here. No, this delay, you're literally killing me. You're literally killing me. I don't care at this point. I feel like I'm embarrassing myself. Here I was, used to holding a really good speedrun record, and I'm getting my ass kicked. Kill me, just kill me! Stop trying to kill me and kill me! Come on. Come on. Oh, for the love of... Oh, okay, I got it. I actually thought I was gonna fall there a couple of times. Oh, this capsule contains a part which will increase the capacity of your X-Buster. X-Buster? You mean... That's right, mash that nostalgia. You mean... this? Do. So it says you're going to increase the capacity of my Buster. You mean this Buster? Because I got a Buster too. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Nice. You can use it to fire all types of weapons. I have to say, this Buster is a little bit, like this charged up Buster is okay. It's not pretty. Yeah, as you can see, it's not pretty. I charge to level pink. Mega Man goes Super Saiyan Rosé. I mean, it's great for taking out mobs, but bosses, not so much. It's like the only time that you'll see Mega Man pink, aside from one other game. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you serious here? How many lives do I have? 1. And here I am trying to do this entire thing without saving. You know what? I need to quickly update this. Just got to update stream title. Because, yeah. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Mega pain, that's exactly it. Now, there is something that you can do in this game, like against this boss, that makes it a little interesting. I'll try to showcase off some of the things. But, you see how he was putting oil on the floor? If his buster there actually were to hit the oil, he would start creating pillars of fire. Nah, he missed. I even gave him an opportunity to do it. Why does it say you were streaming for... What? I'm not streaming for 24 hours. What do you mean, Alexa? I don't see anything like that. You're confusing me. You'll send an image? Oh, sure. Go right ahead, please. Yeah, I get hit by one of the easiest boss, like the easiest boss in the game. This is... What? Oh, that is strange. That is strange. And it's still coming up as Death Road to Canada? It shouldn't, because, yeah. Yeah, I also see the recording time, and I have no idea why. That has to be a glitch. Phone problems, that could very well do it. Maybe if you were trying to refresh it, it might fix it too. But it's not that big of an issue. You know what? That's a little bit too... No, because he has his buster on that arm. Okay. There we go. Nope. A little bit higher. There we go. Yeah, he's got his buster on that arm. No, I have not. My session says only 38 minutes. The little effects that they are able to pull off back, way back at the days of the NES, really, like actual, like actually good. Like, I wonder if it still happens. Nope, it won't happen there now. Like when I came down from the rooftop. Now, this area is a little bit... What did you do to have the Buster on? Technically, it's supposed to be on the left arm, so it's conjoined at the elbow. On the left elbow. I know what you're getting at. Now I think I might have to find a Z-Saber for the next game. Like, not the next game. For the, like, if I ever play... like, X3 and onwards. Because you could actually get to play as Zero, and you're not stuck as X. I could go through this boss battle very quickly if I were to use, say, the Storm Tornadoes, Storm Tornadoes weapon. Nope, you can't hit me. Not gonna let you. But like I said, I'm doing a Buster run. Unless I start getting, like, incredibly frustrated, and then maybe, I don't know. There's only been, I think, a couple of NES games that's really made me angry. Shovel Knight? I actually want to get it. I have not played it. I know it's a fun game, and I've seen little bits of it, but I've kept myself away from actively looking at what the like the story or any of the more than just the gameplay. If I ever wanted to play it. This level is very unique in regards to the fact that there are 2 secrets in one location. I can't get this one yet, because I have not defeated Launch Octopus. So, it looks like I do have to come back here. Well, damn, I screwed that up. I still love the fact that even though this is a, like, quote-unquote modern console, there are little bits that simulate the slowdown of an old NES game. Pure Gold? Well, I'll have to put that one on the list once I eventually get it. Bugs. Bugs. No, well, I don't need to fight them. They have a higher drop rate for energy that I can store in the tanks. Hi, remember me and I take a hit. Ugh. Free life. And this is the only other place you get to use a right armor in the game. Kinda sucks. Good way, though, to get life. As you can't take damage. And yes, you can sink into the mud. Yep. And once again, the first sound alert of the stream always decides it wants to screw up. Sorry about that, Phantom. But what do you want me to do? Hmm? You gotta explain. You have to be a little more clear. And there's the panic. I know that you were gonna do that. It does not hate you, Phantom. It's just a pain. As a child, this one kind of gave me a little bit of an issue. Just because I was always so impatient with trying to attack him. Oh, I didn't read what the armor does. Oops. The armor here reduces the amount of damage I take by half. So even if I were to say, run into a boss, I would only take as much as running into a regular enemy. How did I get that timing so wrong? And yeah, I have to be careful because there are spikes on the ceiling. Because otherwise, yeah, I could just end it right there. Kicking is violence. Okay, yeah, this is starting to get a little annoying. Just a tad bit. Here I am using all of my knowledge of knowing what comes next, and I am still biffing hard. You're just seeing sassy like usual. Well, seeing and being like, you could see somebody being sassy, so it still works. And being sassy still works. You never knew that. He's detecting unnormal levels of sass. Time for an underwater fight. Wait, what? Ryu? There's a Ryu Pog emote? I never knew that. Funny enough on how... I see you also have the Fury emotes. Ouch. Ouch. Come on, you can do better than that, huh? You stupid sub. And yes, I could have, you know, shot off that, that angler light. Is that full? Okay, they're both full. So I don't have to worry about, getting the little extra things. And it's time for this one. Nope. That could have been bad. Oh, come on. No, I don't want to go up there. I want to go up here. Yeah, for the longest time, as a child, I never even knew that you could take this boat down. Like, what? Pilkman? Wait, what? Fox, you're confusing me here. I am not falling into that trap. Yeah, normally you shouldn't be able to ride on enemies, but you can on this one. But I'm trying to be very careful because you could so easily just, you know, fall into a spike pit. Why didn't I heal? Wait, you guys talk about a game? I've never heard of this before. You might have to explain it to me. No, I don't want to go up. Mm-hmm. Come on, there we go. Because this is what I wanted it to do. This is the only game in the, like in this, yeah, it's the only enemy within this game where you could actually stand on top of them and ride them around. And I'm not even sure that the game devs even thought about like this being the proper way to take it out. Alright. Time for one of the more aggravating bosses if you're not using the weakness. And then I have to go back and beat... Oh, I have to go back and collect that heart container that I missed in the previous stage. No, I will not let you suck me. I will not let you suck me. I said no. Huh? Yeah, no. Yeah, if you get caught in that, he starts draining your health. Like literally, from, like, via the tentacles. Run away, run away, run away! Yeah, now I got your pattern. It always takes me a second to learn how to defeat them again in a no bust, like in a Buster only run. Is there any other old games that that doesn't have to be like old games, but games that you go back and play from your childhood? That, you know, you revisit every so often. I gotta go back here, because I screwed up. I wanted to get all the armor upgrades, and I should have waited. Because believe me, what I am doing here, it is not an optimal run. Did you just laugh at me? Hello, Arcane. Mega Man X is the one with Zero, right? Yes, it is, but you only get to see Zero for a couple of moments throughout the entire game. And there's a secret with Zero. Okay, that's embarrassing. Yeah, you remember playing this as a kid? Yeah, it's in X2 where you collect parts of Zero, and X3 is where you can actually play as Zero. There we go. And now I'm just leaving. And yes, I have not been saving at all for this. Alright. I might be able to do it. Oh, mad lad. I should be able to do it because I've got the Buster upgrade. But yeah, how have you been though, Arcane? This enemy right here that I just shot down that dropped the additional life is the only other enemy in this game, other than the Meteors that we see, that is in the original Mega Man games. And now I have got 5. You've been good? That's great to hear. I've been doing okay. Could be better. But all in all, not bad. I need 2 more. I was getting low on lives. I think this has a 70% drop rate for an additional life. Now, if I wanted to play a game like Mega Man, like Mega Man X, that is so much more faster paced, I would be playing a little game called 20XX. And yes, I know there's a secret behind there. I'm just doing a little bit of research to see if I can actually beat him. I can. So I can do it with the Buster. I'm not cheesing it. I'm just being smart. But yeah, if you want to play like a game inspired by the Mega Man franchise, a lot faster paced, 20XX is your game. And there's a particular secret in this game that I want to get. And I say secret because it's Capcom, back when they used to care about putting little Easter eggs into their games. Too bad they only did it for a couple of them, for the first 2 games in the X series. My shots are still faster. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I know it's all lagging. It's not really lagging. It's more like it lagged to miss the action. There's slowdown in this game. They even simulated that, which I kind of liked. Let's see if I can remember the bullet placement. Yeah. There is a particular secret I want to do here, but I can't do it until I've earned everything in the game. It's kind of funny. This boss here, Armored Armadillo, because of his movement patterns, so many people just give up fighting him. They just give up on the game. Come on. Just back up then. You're too close. Yeah, him bouncing around the stage apparently is too much for a lot of people. You just have to know how to play, how to place your shots. What are you talking about there, Fox? You're starting to confuse me a little bit again. Of course, you confusing me isn't really anything new. Actually, I want to test something. These people haven't played Toho games, right? Toho games are just a lot of fun. I love bullet hells. I'm not going to be using an E-tank on you. You do realize that, right? There we go. Like with most game, like Toho games, they can be a complete and utter bullet hell, but I found that a lot of the better bullet hell games was actually on a very surprising system, the TurboGrafx 64. Why, thank you, Arcane. Like I said, like it says in the title, how is Mega Man? Mega Man's actually... You missed the Rage, Fury.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you for the sub, Fury. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You don't have to, but thank you. Mega Man is going good. You missed me raging out trying to get the arm parts here because I'm playing this on the PS4, and the Legacy Collection here has a fifth of a second, like actually, what is a 0.2 second delay in the inputs. Oh boy, hey creature. Alright. Oh, what am I doing? I shouldn't go here. I should have went to Boomer Quanger. God damn it, now I gotta go back here. Thank you for the hydrate and posture check there, Fury. And here's another example of this game choosing, like, depending on which, level you've cleared, these, the rods above me were supposed to be connected. This place has been damaged from Storm Eagle's ship falling down and crushing it. Like, these are the remnants of his ship. And yeah, it's actually not supposed to get dark. It's supposed to get dark, but you would see, like, little things of electricity running across the ground here that I'd have to jump over to avoid. But I did see somebody respond to the question that I did ask, Munch's Odyssey. I have never actually heard of that game. But Fury, how are you, though? Because I know that you went to bed really late. I think you said it was like 3 o'clock in the morning? Alright. A fairly annoying sub-boss. Would be even more annoying if his electricity was working. I could rip this thing to shreds if I was using Storm Eagle or Flame Mammoth's weapon. But like I said, this is a Buster only run. Insert generic well-being message here. Yeah, Mega Man X and a lot of the other platformers of from the Super Nintendo caused me to go through a fair amount of controllers as a child. Because, well, games were a rare commodity back in the day. Let's see if I remember. I think it was right here. No. There we go. Got it. Most people would wait until they have a boomerang weapon in order to get that. By the way, this song is like incredible. If you want to hear a really great, like a really good a cappella version, I would recommend checking out the person Smooth McGroove on YouTube. Love sequence skips and all the with the life hacks. Yeah, Smooth McGroove does a lot of Smooth McGroove does a lot of acapellas. It's been so long fighting this guy. I missed it. Yeah, it's funny. This boss actually has something very unique to him. If I were to showcase it off, I would lose the challenge run, though. It's called, because his name is Spark Mandrill, and it's literally called Spark Mandrill Syndrome. It's where you literally effectively stun lock a boss into the point where they can't do anything. Like, you need to get an ability to get up there, real gamers. Fuck it, I don't. You know, I thought that that was supposed to be a little bit harder with the delay. I guess I just remember his patterns really well. But yeah, Fury, I asked this question before to chat, so I'll pose it to you. Is there a particular game that you like to go back to, and play from your childhood? Like every so often, you just go and play it. How did I miss the ladder? I guess there is another enemy that you are able to climb up. You've beat Armored Core? Yeah, I know how much you love Armored Core. I really want to play them again. Like, it's been forever. I think I've only got a chance to play, like, the first few games, like, a couple of times, but that's it. Here I am just vibing around. Just having fun with the game. Now that I'm no longer raging at it. I wonder... I could make it so that... no, but then again, I would lose the challenge. Because I could get this one particular upgrade right here. But I'd lose the challenge if I use the charged up shotgun ice. Are you kidding me? This delay is killing me. Here I say that I'm just enjoying myself, and now I'm starting to get back into the Angies again. I missed the Oh, okay, fine. Fine, fine, fine. You guys win. I'm leaving. No. You remembered a game that you loved when you were a kid? Ooh. Well, which game is it, Alexa? Hello, Chili. Oh, want to become what? What do you mean by Chili? You thought you were... I thought you were doing a melee-only challenge in Deus Ex. Yeah, this boss, as a child, used to scare me. Only because he, like, disappear, reappear. And he does that. Now I'm just getting lazy. There we go. Oh, the usual bot text. You want to be famous. Yeah, I get you. I get you now. It took me a second. Challenge run? It's technically 2 challenges. Buster only. And the fact that there is a 0.2 second delay, like controller input. Now, the only way that now. Oh, here we go. Finally, we have found Sigma's fortress. Let's go and put an end to this war against the humans. Actually, there are going to be 2 instances where I cannot, like, if I'm gonna 100% the game. That boss was pretty mega. How are you, official? There are going to be 2 instances in the game where you are allowed to use weapons. Only if you're going for a 100% run. Because they are required, like 100% required, to get them. There's no other way in the game to get them. And those are the only 2 times that I will be using weapons in this entire game, and if I hit an enemy with it, it's over. Right here. There is no way for you to get to this, and I'll prove it. Nothing. You must use the boomerang. And it's kitty treat time. Well then. Kitties! Come on, kitties. Here you go, Mystique. Here's your treats. Loki. Oh, he's being lazy. Just one moment while I go over and give it to him. And I just hit my microphone. There we go. Mega evolution? What do you mean? What do you mean, Fox? Huh? Huh? What do you mean? Doo-doo-doo. It's almost time that I can do the secret. And for those who know it, don't spoil it. What is that on your left shoulder? It looks like a controller. What are you talking about? This is my Mega Buster. Like, this is my X Buster. Yeah, back in the original, it was just called Mega Buster. Alright, time to get the final upgrade. And that was here. And then it's time for a secret. Do 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 do. Ah, you're trying to be sneaky and hit me with that, huh? I guess I don't have to be too careful. I'm only getting to a certain point in this level, and then I'm out. I guess I could just run through everything. By the way, Alexa, you never really told me what game that you said that you go back and play from your childhood. I missed. I missed again. How? Ba 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 da 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 da. I'm starting to get the hang of these controls. I can almost get back to the speed where I was beforehand. There we go. Now I'm starting to get back into my groove. Alright, there we go. And it's time for a super secret. I first have to fill up my last E-tank. And the best place to do that does not require special weapons is here. Ironically enough, it's on these conveyor belts. I just want to get the free one. How much more do we need? Okay, we're about a third of the way there. Yes, there's a super secret in this game. And if you know it, you know it. Well, that was, embarrassing. This is getting a little embarrassing. Oops. I guess I shouldn't be too fancy. Ah, cat hair. Ugh. But official, how are you though? I hope you're doing well. I think I forgot to greet you. My apologies. Almost done. Ah, cat here again. Steek, could you put your tail down? She's trying to get my attention by sticking her tail underneath my nose. Come on, game. Just another large one, please. Please, can you drop the... Can you at least... Please. Please, game. Come on. This should not be... There we go. You have to get all... You have to get all the upgrades. Like, all the armor upgrades. You have to get all 4 E-tanks. You have to get all 8. of those heart tanks, and your sub-tanks have to be full in order for this to work. And it's going to be really hard because I can't, because I'm doing the challenge run where I can't use my weapons. So I'm going to have to really learn how to get those shot placements in properly. Seriously? Go away. I'll take this, though. Thank you. I saw you coming. I was gonna say, the music is... What happened to the music there? You heard that right, it kind of just faded out. Yeah, people back in the day thought that you had, in order to do this secret, you had to go through the entire level without getting hit a couple of times. But I learned another way. Can you just go down, please, faster? I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. Really? I wouldn't have been... Ooh! I dashed and almost ended up in spikes. Okay. 1, 2... Right here. And you have to have 9 lives in order to do this because you have to kill yourself. It's a good thing you don't have to do this in a row, though. Ah, so you know the secret arcane. You know the super secret strat. It's nonsense. It really is. That's 2. Oh, I almost did it the long way. Can't do that. I gotta do it 2 more times. And then on the 3rd one, something happens. Because you have to get there at full health. So Arcane, what is your favorite out of the X series then? Because it sounds like you've played a bit of them. Because honestly, this one is my favorite. And then comes X3, then X2. Man, I almost actually got back to the ledge. I'm probably gonna be wearing this controller out so badly. Missed. And I fire, and I miss, and I fire. Oops. I almost went down there without having my weapon fully charged. I almost made a careless mistake, just because I was trying to hurry up. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, here we go. We're getting very close. I want to see, can I get to that? Nope, but you're close. You have to say 5 or 6, but you enjoyed the extra challenges? That makes sense. I had a lot of fun with, what was it, X4. Like, I had a lot of fun. And did you know that, that's where the Mega Man series was supposed to end? 4 wasn't brutal. It was fun. What did you think was the hardest part of 4 then? Was it trying to get the S rankings in cyberspace? Oh, those were easy! Those were easy, especially if you did it with 0. Alright. That was the last prerequisite we needed. Time for the secret. You guys could probably hear me just tapping furiously on this. And even with taking a hit, like doing that, I need to get a little bit of health. These enemies tend to drop health. Now you're making me a liar. There it is. That's what I needed. Now do a reset. You gotta remember you're playing Mega Man. I played it too when it first came out. Now, I will fully admit, X5, parts of X5 gave me issues. We have everything, why isn't it popping up? Why isn't it popping up? Did they remove it from this variation of the game? No, I had full health on everything. Every single run had full health. I made sure of it. Because in order for you to get through there without taking a hit, most people would use Sting Chameleons powered up, but I do this, so you're able to take out everything beforehand. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, it's not popping up. Well, damn. Well then, it looks like we're not getting the super secret weapon. The super secret is just shy? No. Well, it should have been there. It really should have. What it was it was from Street Fighter. It's Ryu's Hadoken. And that breaks the game. It's literally a one-hit kill. It does 30 damage. Let's split up. I'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I keep the main defense force busy. See, he dashed away, and Light said my dashing ability was supposed to be something brand new the world has never seen before. The old man lied. But yeah, I agree. I agree, Arcane. It really should be there, but it's not. I've gotten everything in the game. In here... Yeah, this is the Legacy Collection. And I tried to get fancy. I tried to use some of my speedrun strats and it didn't work. It's in it? Well, I did everything correctly. I did everything exactly how I used to do it. God damn, I'm pushing the jump button and it's not working. I'm starting to get a little salty. Oh, I will gladly take that hydrate and posture check. I do not get salty while playing this game. What the hell? Alright, I'll take that right now. Reuse Hadoken in that. You can unlock the Hadoken Fireball attack. You need to have every upgrade, every boss weapon, every heart tank, every energy tank. Go to Armored Armadillo stage. Yeah, and I did that exactly time. Cleansing the salt with water. Thank you there. Thank you. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Okay. Okay. What the hell's going on? I'm starting to get a little upsetty here. It's in the walkthrough for Legacy? Then what the hell? Wait. 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 God damn it. I had so much fun, I completely forgot about one thing. I forgot about one thing. I legitimately forgot. I'll do it after this. I'll do it after this. I completely forgot about it because I was having so much fun explaining about it being my favorite game. Don't need to throw the panic at me. I am human in this form. I make mistakes. There is a third part of the game where in a Buster Challenge run where you are able to use a special weapon because it is required as well. God damn it. How did I not think of that? I was almost tempted to just let myself die and just go and do it now. Yeah, there is a heart that I missed, and I know exactly which one it is. Oops, I held the button, and I skipped over the dialogue. It was X, you stay here, I'll take care of him. And yes, there is a speedrun strat where if you jump at the ladder up on the first part, you can bypass all the sequence, and you can skip like 30 seconds. No, it's fire. It's fire, Arcane. X, do what I tell you or he's destroyed. The one that I'm thinking of requires fire. Don't listen to him, X. Go ahead and blast him. Dream on, Zero. X knows he can't defeat me. My armored carrier is more than a match for his ancient weapons. Well, his ancient weapons have got an upgrade. Even then, I won't be able to win. But we can still do this song and dance. Or I can just sit here and just let you beat on me. You know, if this was an armored carrier that I was piloting, this would not have flown. Like it would have been destroyed a long time ago. Yeah, look at him looking so impressed with himself. Maybe, but I'm not through yet. And there goes Zero. Politely grabs you and places you in the correct for the cutscene. Zero's going nuclear. Chiatsu no. What a worthless gesture. I can't be defeated so easily. So, X, it's just down to you and me now. And it's time for the power of friendship. What the? Where did all that energy come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You are still far too weak. Prepare to be terminated. Yeah, they couldn't say be, they couldn't be, it's like, they couldn't be killed or something like that because, you know, this game was brought in, like, this game came out in the 90s, so they had to be very careful with their wording. The explosion, that nuclear explosion that just happened. I mean, technically, if you think about it, computer, what's going on? If you know the history behind X and Zero, the reactor cores are they are incredible. All right, let's do this, Vile. I forgot that you like to do that. I mean, I could defeat him so easily with the swarming missile, like the homing missiles. I keep thinking swarming from back in the day. Wait, did you just not... I guess you are taking some damage from it. I really disliked the charge shot buster in this one because swarming, because if you charge it up, it becomes a swarm. So good. Here's X. Zero? You okay there? You're gonna stand up, right? You seem to be missing half of your body. Can I get you some legs? X, I've taken too much damage. Auto repair systems can't handle it. You have an auto repair system. Why don't I have that? Like, seriously, can you give me that? Oh, he borked himself. My power is fading fast. Your power is greater than I thought. Maybe you can destroy Sigma. Hey, are you saying you did not have any faith in me beforehand? And he fades away into nothingness. Now here, there would have been another secret. If you did not find X's arm cannons here, he would, like, Zero would actually give you his, like, off of his dying body. And he basically says, here, take my buster. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult because, here, I want that life, give me that life. And I just lost most of it. People here will end up using Sting Chameleon or the Rolling Shield's charged up abilities. Like in order to get through this section. Are you kidding me? But unfortunately for me, I gotta rely on my own skills. So I have to take this a little bit slower. Oh, there was a one-up. There's a... Oh. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that is so annoying. The fact that there was that life stuck right in the center of the wall. Okay, I'll just get rid of you so I got a platform I can work with. Homing missile run next? I mean, that is hard. That is legitimately hard for a couple of reasons. Because you have to worry about your placement, like your shot placement, and your, Yeah, if you've noticed, the colors on the Mavericks here are slightly muted because this is a little bit of extra lore from the Mega Man Maverick Hunter X port on the PSP. Sigma revived their destroyed bodies. And that's all it is. They're just an empty shell. They no longer have a personality. It's also funny, not really funny, but it's interesting. I actually got to meet the voice actor who played Mega Man in that port. He also played the part of Mega Man in the PSP exclusive movie Day of Sigma until it was ported over here. Yes, give me all the health. You gotta love it that they give you the enemies that are more likely to, that they have higher rates to drop health here. Right after a boss fight. Yeah, I know all, like, these little stupid Mega Man facts. And, actually, no. I shouldn't say that one, because that could be a big spoiler for people who have not played, X4. I have seen so many people rage at this boss, it's not even funny. All you have to do is just look at the patterns. Even when it throws its robo spawn at you, it's still pretty easy to figure out. Until I make a fool of myself and got hit. Oh, I missed. Okay, Elitist Dragon. I mean, it's just... I was a child when I played this, and I got so furious at this, it wasn't even funny. I missed. It's like the old ladder games that the Japanese used to use a lot. So if I stand here, I am fine. You just have to not get hit. I mean, that is true. Okay, good. Now you're speeding up. That's exactly what I wanted. So now we can actually finish this faster. Damn it. I tried to dash, but the controller wouldn't want to let me. If you dodge the spider, you can... I like that. If you can dodge a spider, you can dodge a ball. I looked at chat and got hit. Oh well. I want to know why it's doing that, how the explosion sounds in this game are really muted. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. This is what I needed to go and do. Because I was so focused on telling people how much I love this game growing up, and how it was like one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, I forgot about something. Like an idiot. See, now that I have my dash, there is a marked difference compared to what I was doing beforehand. Ah. You probably know what I'm thinking about right now, Arcane. What this little thing is that I inadvertently missed. Little secret area. Wrong one. It was this one. There we go. Wait, the wall? What do you mean by the wall? I got everything. Yeah, I was so focused on it. Now I'll actually get it, and now I have to get more lives, as otherwise I'm just gonna be making a fool of myself again. Which means I beat Vile without the recommended amount of health. I think the left side of my controller, the left part of the D-pad, is starting to go. I thought the right side would go first. Ba ba ba. Ba da 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 da. Come on. You were not off screen enough for that, for you to respawn. Now, do I have enough? I have enough. Let's do this. Can't believe I have to redo the entire cheat sequence again. Not cheat sequence. Let's do this. I mean, we can. Wait, did the music just go down again? Jump in the pit forever? No, no, no. He's not banished to complete purgatory. Yeah, now we're just flying through this stage. Hey, 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 hey. Fox, I did not say that. You can't be putting words in my mouth. Nice. Just enough. And it is time. No, no, Fox, no gaslighting. Gaslighting be bad. Ah, it's ready. It's interesting. Oh. Oh, I completely forgot to read that. I am so sorry. Those movements were God damn it, official. And yes, he even says it too. Come on. Hadouken! But if you try to do it, if there's a pellet on screen, it won't work. You have to wait for all the pellets to disappear. Tiny Hadouken, yes! It's like the one for Street Fighter. The first one. And then it got exponentially larger and X2. By the way, the Hadouken still counts as a buster shot, even though it is a secret weapon. It's very interesting coding on the programmer's part. So I very well could use this to speed through the rest of the game. But I'm not. I mean, I could show it off, but that would be cheating. And we don't like cheating. I still can't believe I took a hit from this ugly-ass penguin when I was trying to figure out the delays. And I took a hit again. I screwed up my placement. Seriously? You still fall backwards? How? You're not supposed to go backwards, it's actually supposed to go forward. That's not in... That's different. Hey, then Arcane, can you please tell your cousin to lay off? To chill out? You know what, at this point I don't care. Hit me as much as you want. I'll just stand here. Hey, he's a cousin that us Pengus don't talk about. No, he's rude. Oh, so I just did your whole entire family, extended family, a favor. Just wipe them off the face of the planet. Twice, no less. I guess there is a little hidden secret about this, this armor as well. If you dash and punch, it does additional damage. That shouldn't be it shouldn't be in there regardless. I wonder if I can... I'll try to showcase it off. See? See how much this punch takes? However... I'm just gonna grab another one. Sir, you're not supposed to be in that armor. That's my armor. And now I'll showcase it off. Stop laughing. He'll jump up and dash punch. See? Very easy. That was cheap. That was cheap. You would think, with how on how this area was staged up, like if you look at the enemies here, you've built an annoying penguin to death. You bullied a penguin to death. But yeah, if you thought about how the enemy placements were here, that should have been Boomer Kuwanger. He has cleared it with the Penguin Council first. By the way, I have defeated Storm Eagle before without using the dashes. Without actually having the dash boots before. It's annoying, but you can do it. I'm gonna try it the cheeky way. It doesn't want to work. Okay, looks like I'll do it the young Asri way. Oh, how did you go? You're supposed to go from the right there. Yeah, like that. You're supposed to alternate. I'm making a fool of myself. Yeah, this is the reason why I don't like the third level. The third level Buster, it only deals 1 damage to specific bosses, rather than it doing the 3 that a charge shot would do. Fine, it looks like I'm energy farming here. I don't want to. Holy banana shots! Actually, these are lemons. People always have referred to them as lemons. But how are you, Foxtox? It's good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Fine, I'll go in with a sliver of damage. I'm doing okay. Just playing an old childhood favorite game. Yeah, look at that. A level 2 charge shot deals 3 damage, while a level 3 does 1. How does that work? Do. Sorry if I go quiet there for a second. I was like, what? Just thinking. I don't want to kill this thing just yet. Otherwise, that's going to make my life a living hell. I have to wait for this. And if you're wondering about weaknesses, it's actually Sting Chameleons. Wait, did I actually kill the other eye? Already? Don't think I did. There it is. Now I can just get onto the other side. And I'll be fine. The one thing that annoyed me as a child was the fact that this stage, the spikes at the bottom, like why would they put an insta-death? Like an insta-death trap inside of a final boss area. Aside from, you know, Sting Chameleon. Because they could. Because they're sadists is what they are. And we're still continuing with no saves. I always thought this was ridiculous, the fact that they put a boss door right there. You didn't have to go through any level. Let's see if I can get the timing down again. So I use that. Come on, no, I want, there we go, charge. Oh. They changed the timing on it. You're supposed to be able, there we go. So I can pull it off 1 out of like 6 attempts. That's terrible. And if you're wondering about this guy's weakness, Spark Mandrill. Because the Electro Shock will actually take his entire armor plating off. Which I always thought was cool. I guess I should be taking this battle a little bit more seriously. It's funny, he has these arm guards, but he can only block like 4 of them, and then he gets hit. Nah, you're only half dead. I mean, that's right, I could... As long as I don't take any, like, physical damage, I'd be fine. Like, contact damage. Health. I will take that, though. Ah, I missed that little bit of health. Oh, well. Oh, it was still there? Damn. I guess they really changed it up. They must have extended the frames where, items disappear. There we go. Let's continue. Ba ba. Ba ba. Ba ba. I missed. I didn't get to turn around in time. Okay, so it still deals only 2 damage. So it's dealing as much as the green stage 1 Buster charge shot. Ba-da-da-da. I was just standing here. It's like, come on, quit trying to hit me and hit me. Oh boy. Turning into a very boring fight. Again. Ba-da-da-da-da. Come on. You can do a little bit. You can do better than that, right? Come on. You can do better. Just one more hit. That's all you need. Oops. Oh, I guess they didn't change it was reduced to damage. I'm getting a little bit too I'll gladly take that hydrate and posture check. I'm getting too anxious that I'm wasting people's time anymore. Thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Really? You had to put these two enemies down here? What are you in a rush to see? The ending! You're in a rush to see the ending. For a game that came out so many years ago. See, that's what I mean by I was up higher than this, and that item disappeared previously, and now it's it didn't disappear, and now that we were in the exact same rough area, it was the same. Now items disappear again. Come on, yeah, monkey. Technically, you're just mandrills are part of the primate family, but still. Sorry if that was insulting. I'm getting lazy. Really, really lazy. There we go. Stop getting hit. I mean, what if I like taking damage? Wait, no. No, I don't like getting hit. Never mind. Nope. Disregard that. Time for everybody's favorite octopus. And this is an interesting area because other places give you a chance to get some more health back so you could farm. Here? No. They only give you enemies that don't drop a damn thing, and only one. Ooh, you changed it up a little bit. Nope, not happening. I am not letting you suck me. You normally jump higher than that. What gives? Your pattern is very, very slightly different. Oh, come on. I know I pushed dash for that. Yeah, there is a little bit of a gimmick that you can do in this boss battle. If you were to somehow cut off his tentacles, he can't do half of his attacks. All he can do is like shoot the little missiles that come from his body. You're a little bit faster, aren't you? I'll have to take that into account. I thought you were gonna jump. Huh. Doo-doo-doo-doo. By the way, Arcane, what character do you prefer to use in the games when you actually get a choice? X or 0? Yeah, I can't grab any of that stuff up there because I am not using special weapons. Oh, damn it. Okay, fine. I'll just get out of this death trap here. Okay. I'll just wait. Oh my god, the slowdown. The slowdown is real. Okay, I gotta clear some of these guys out first. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. I wanted to spawn more of these at once. Okay, it looks like... Oh, thank you. I'd die forever. Yep, there it is. How peculiar. They only have 7 arms. They technically... Actually, no. If you look at it... Like, if you look at Launch Octopus... He only has that many arms. If he has 8 arms if you take a look at the fact that he still has his legs. And this is another boss where you could, say, cut off an appendage if you use the correct special weapon. I didn't get to showcase this off last time. Maybe I can this time. Maybe not. Oh, I actually took a hit. I didn't before. It's funny, Arcane. I got hit by the penguin, and I didn't get hit by the mammoth. I find that entertaining. And that's another one down. How many do we have left? Almost nothing. Actually, yeah. Because we're down to this boss. This boss can throw people off. They don't know what to do. I have a lot of fun with this one. Because done properly, you could just toy with them. Oh, I say that and get my ass absolutely crushed. It's a case of me opening my mouth and proving myself to be an idiot. By the way, I have to ask you, Official, how hard do you usually have to come up with to think with these puns? It's like every time I open my mouth, I prove myself to be a liar! Penguins are deadly and fierce creatures only as long as you don't get hit by them. Only if you get hit by them, yeah. At least I know. Yeah, I mean, it's like every time I open up my mouth, I literally just make myself to be out to be a liar. Alright, here we go again. And we are at the end of the game. And ironically enough, this is the only game that you'll see a very particular style of enemy. You don't see them ever again. The final. your head's usually just empty, so you have just empty space for puns. Ugh. Oh boy. Welcome. I've seen you've managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but that would rob my pet of that pleasure. Yeah, I saw that what level that pun was. By the way, at what point does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. He knows how to deal with betrayers. When it becomes a yoke. No, when it becomes apparent. Because you know, if you know, you know. This time I got official. Ah, ah. Well, here's a joke for you then. Here's a video game joke. What did Ryu say to Ken when Ken asked if he wanted to borrow the car? Sure you can! If you say it fast enough, it sounds like sure you can. Should you live, I will be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, X. This is a very interesting boss battle, like against the dog, because it teaches you something, a very interesting mechanic. For the next phase. See how he jumps off the wall like I can? Who says X is the only one with that ability? Oh boy, I miss toying with this thing. No, a yoke. You know, a baby is a yoke. I mean... poor doggo. I mean, like, this is the only time that you get to see a dog-based robot in the game. Excellent job, X. I see why Zero counted on you. You almost are as good as a hunter as I was. But the time of your destruction has arrived. You shall regret ever having defied me. Meanwhile, most enemies just walk on walls. I mean, that is true. Wait, they don't have dogs in the other games? That type of style of canine, like dogs, like bipedal dogs that come running at you? No, they don't. They don't, Arcane. Alright, let's do this with your knockoff lightsaber. Come on, do it. Do the thing. Oh. I got too cocky. Because normally I used to be able to hit him twice on the way. Like once on the way up and once on the way down. Like that. No. I'm talking in the X series Arcane. Everybody knows about Rush. And everybody who has played enough Mega Man also knows about Treble too. I'm screwing up my my patterns. I gotta get him into a proper location. It's embarrassing that I've already taken over half damage here. Speaking of, how did you ever play the the Mega Man game, like the classic Mega Man game that actually has bass and treble in it, Arcane. There we go. Now I'm back into the groove. Oops, he went up one higher than he should have. I am so glad to have another fellow Mega Man enjoyer in chat. Oh, I can nerd out about everything. I think probably the most annoying boss in that was the one that transformed into the car, just because he had to be pixel perfect or do you want to jump over him? Since, you know, classic Mega Man no longer has the, like, he doesn't have the ability to wall climb. And I'm just going to cheese you. Yes, I'm going to cheese you. I will just stand right here. Oh, it had to be a little bit higher. God damn it. And yes, it has to be a fully... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It has to be a fully charged Buster Shot in order for it to effectively deal damage. Yep. Ooh. I saw what you tried to do there. Okay. That was my own fault. I didn't know Sigma was a Jedi. Or maybe this was his, forced... Nicely played. Wait, no, I said to use it. Nicely played there, official. I mean, I could effectively end the game right now with a Shoryuken. And if I got the timing down properly, I'd be able to wall climb it too. I knew you were coming. Seriously? This input is starting to really piss me off. You can't play a Twitch reflex-based game with lag. Come on, do it again. That was my own damn fault. That was my own damn fault there. Oh, okay. Okay. That's the only problem with these sub-tanks. They never heal you to full health. In all the other games, they work. Come on. Where you can do... There it is. I thought you were gonna stop and do your lightning hands. I'm not gonna die. I just gotta stop being an idiot and actually try more. Oh, I just let that happen. Oops. God damn it. Seriously? I still had my iframes up from that. Come on. Come on. You're wasting my time. Just hang on a second. I see my computer is having a little bit of an issue. So, there we go. And no, I don't need that arcane. I'm not going to die. Oh, we will all eventually die, just not yet. Ow? Seriously? Whew. Okay, maybe I will die. If that happens again. You're gonna die, baby. Oh, what the hell? The hell was that? I could use the Hadoken, but now I can't. Oh, damn it. There was another split second required. Oh. Really? I didn't know it could go up like that. That's new to me. Oh, you almost shoved me right in your boss, like right in your face. Oh. Okay, so maybe I am sweating a little bit. No, just a teensy bit. I could cheat and use the rolling shield as well, but no. Oh, that was uncalled for, sir. Can I call you sir? Woohoo! Because I'm not even going to be calling you Sigma, because that would be giving you too much of an honor. Okay, it's down to it. One hit versus one hit. There it is. I guess you could say those subtacks are subsiding. No! It's not possible! I am a Reploid, I cannot be destroyed by you. Actually, you were based off of my design. So, doesn't that make you the inferior copy? Why, X? Why have you done this to us? It's because you were killing people. Do I need a reason? You're killing people. You went Maverick. Are you winning, son? I just won. Without the humans, my Reploid brothers could have been we could have ushered in a new age, but it's not happening. Because I'm here. Bye! And this is so classic to the original Mega Man, where if he had, like, he's watching things. Yeah, it was a no save run. Nor did I use a single continue. The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrifice themselves for the victory will never return. Does that mean special ending? No, I don't think so. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause, and wonders why he chose to fight. Because he was watching people die. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. How long will he keep on fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his arm knows for sure. And so X was dismantled and all the robots were forever servants to humans. The end. Oh god. Well, I mean, there is a cataclysmic event. Two of them that happens later on in the X series that nearly wipes out all of humanity. Twice. And yes, they give us all the names of the enemies that we have fought. Unfortunately, they never gave us any context to what those enemies are to their names. So you would actually had to have looked it up, or have had the Mega Man art book in order to figure out which enemies were what. I think the roller enemies was like the most common one out of everything. The nights were fairly common too. Oh no, did the robots learn about the existence of electric sheep? What? What, they're official? Launch octopus. Chill penguin. Storm eagle. Armored armadillo. Flame mammoth. Sting chameleon. I just went into like the announcer voice they have in the later in the games. Spark mandrill. Boomer Coanger. For the longest time, I never knew what a Coanger was until I realized it was after the vial. Ugh. Sigma. Zero. Yeah, I never realized when I was a child what a Coanger was until I found out what Hercules beetles were. And you as Mega Man X. Rest in pasta. Rested pieces is more like it. Yeah, this is back in the day when programmers all went by pseudonyms for the most part. I mean, there are some pretty insane pseudonyms that you'll see in older games credits. Elf. Dr. Kun. Professor F. Setsuo. Kagi. Oh. It's okay, his parts were repurposed for later batches. I mean, that is basically true. Thanks for playing, presented by Capcom. The good thing about older games is that their credits, compared to modern games, are incredibly short. Oh. Yeah, you noticed. Where's the additional scene? There it is. We weren't here for 5+ minutes. You have won a temporary victory, X. But, oh. In time, I will find other body strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return, and I shall see you soon, X. Very soon. Actually, this is true. It's only been 2 years before... It was 2 years from the start of Mega Man X to X2. And this is literally the end screen. You would have to actually turn your console off or hit reset at this point. Fortunately for us, we can exit. A new wallpaper. Nice. Well, thank you so much for enjoying with me, with engaging in some nostalgia, tinged with some anger from that delay. So thank you all for coming. And thanks for coming, Fury. Arcane, Official, Fox, Fox Talks, Alexa, everybody. So I probably won't be playing another Mega Man X game for quite some time, just because that I can burn through them so quickly. I'll probably wait like 2-3 weeks probably, and then maybe do another one whenever I want to break up the... when I want to shake things up. Man, that was Mega. God damn it. So, how about we look for somebody to raid? Oh. Oh ho! I see somebody. I see somebody. I think I want to raid them. I didn't know. Never mind. It's okay, but thank you for offering. How about we show some love to Box Fox, because he is playing Banjo-Kazooie and mod specifically, and he's going insane because he is currently suffering from vertigo. So trying to play a platformer with vertigo, really not that fun. And thank you for the raid message, Fury. So, I will be on again tomorrow. I might be starting a little bit later than normal, maybe like half an hour maximum. So, hopefully, that doesn't happen. But, I'll see you guys in the next one. Catch you later.